I want to welcome you, everyone. And this is our first time of college workshop, and hopefully we're going to do more often. So I just want to say welcome and thank you. Thanks.
All right. Hello, everyone. Before we start, could you please turn off all of your devices, your phones, just silence everything so we're not going to disrupt the program. So just take your time. If you could just silence everything, okay? So welcome to Zara's first workshop. We are very excited to put this program together for you today. At Zara, we always have high hopes for you all. We're always striving to build a strong community. Ever since I joined the Zara Sports Club, I've learned that a strong community creates a sense of purpose. It creates a strong relationship, and it also creates a strong support system. So today, by putting together this event, we want to say to you that we see you out there. We see you working hard on your goals, your dreams. And we just want to say that we believe in you. We believe in the potential that you have within you. And we feel responsible to help you protect that potential that you have within you. And we want to help you develop that potential and turn that potential into something great. So we see you out there. By show of hands, how many seniors do we have here today? Seniors. Okay. And I just want the speakers to see who are they talking to. Any freshmen? 8th graders? Come on. All right. So this program we have for you today is specifically designed for you to take you to the next step, which is college. Our goal here is we want to make sure that you go into that your next step, college, you are well prepared. This program is focused on making sure that your transition from where you're at right now to your next step is going to be smooth and successful. And we want to make sure that you are equipped with all the information that you need when you're making that step. You are well informed and you are ready. And we try to avoid that. We just want to make sure that you're not getting out there, you're not getting to that next step and you're not well prepared. So this whole program is all focused on making sure you transition from high school or from where you're at right now into college. So we put together a few successful people that went through where you're going to be going through. These speakers right here we have, and we have a couple coming there running late. These speakers, they have went through the education system. They are professional in the field that they're in. So their information is going to be very, very important for you guys to consume. Everything that they're going to talk about today is really going to help you prepare for your next step. So the speakers today will talk about, obviously, they're going to talk about transitioning from high school to college. Their talk will focus on college life and what to expect in college. They'll be talking about how to prepare yourself beyond college and finding your careers. They will talk about the importance of mentorship. And finally, they will talk about how to manage stress and a little bit of mental health information. So like I said, this program is, this program is the start of many. We have, at Zara board, we are building teams for you guys. We're building ideas. We have plans for you guys that's specifically gonna help you make that transition from from high school to college successfully. So this is just the beginning. So that being said, let's really quick recognize the Zara board for the tireless effort that they're putting in, all the meetings that they have on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. I cannot tell you enough what the board is doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, to make sure that you guys are very well equipped. So just quickly to just recognize the Zara Sports Club, can we just put our hands together and recognize everybody in the board? Secondly, let's give some recognition for our speakers today. Some of these speakers, they have traveled far away to get here. We have our doctor that came from Richmond. We have another speaker that is coming from Baltimore. So let's just give them a round of hands just for their recognition of the work that they're doing. And finally, I just want to acknowledge our parents. I think parents are amazing. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here. The sacrifices that they make, the hard work that they do for us to make sure we are in places like where we are right now. So please, let's give it up to you, our parents. If they're next to you, hug them, kiss them. Okay, feel free to show some love to your parents. So before I introduce our first speaker, I just want to quickly introduce myself. And where's Sesson? Sesson and I are going to be working on the mentorship program here at Zara. And just a quick background about me. My name is Jonas. I moved here to DC area about 3 years ago. And shortly after I moved here, I joined the Zara community. And being from Michigan, we don't have a community like this. To be honest with you, I struggled in my high school journey, my college journey, I struggle with identity. I struggle with leadership, because when you have people that kind of resemble you, right, like that look like you, and they are achieving higher things, it's a lot easier to resemble that and to say, okay, if a person that looks like me, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I think that is a vital thing that we need to have in our lives. Just being able to be surrounded with your own people, seeing them achieve higher things. So the speakers that we have for you today, they are handpicked by the Zara board to really speak to you and to set an example, to lead by example. So that's why these speakers are here today for you. So please take advantage, give them your undivided attention. A lot of the information that will be given today is going to be so vital. It's something that you can carry on, for all these years that you're going to be going through until you get to that next step. So we passed out the flashcards. So please take notes. If you have any questions, just hold on to it until the end, and then write them down so you don't forget. That's why we're passing it out. So Sesson will come and collect it at the end, and then whatever question that you have will be collected, and then she will ask it on your behalf. And I'll just give this to Sesson so she can introduce herself, and she's going to be a part of this community. So.
Okay, hello, hi everybody. My name is Sesson Zahaminet. So a little bit about me, I graduated from VCU back in 2017. Dr. Gideon and I worked together during for ESA, Urchin Student Association, for multiple years. But I graduated, I was International Studies, Social Justice major, pre-med track, and now I'm in grad school to become a registered dietitian. I go to Howard University. But yeah, I just got introduced to working with Zara community, so I'm excited. And I'm here for you guys if you need me. And that's all.
Okay, now let's turn to our first speaker today. Our first speaker is Dr. Gideon Asparon. He's a professor of mathematics at VCU, and I'll have him take it away.
Can you hear me? It's quite a surprise for 2 days. Number one, I have never seen an Eritrean meeting that starts on time, so I won't congratulate you. Except in Norway, everywhere I have gone, at least 1 hour is for granted to be late. But you guys were here on time. Keep that, to be on time for class, on time for exams, on time for homeworks, because as professors we don't like late submissions. So congratulations, this is a big step. Secondly, I know Sasan, we worked together, she's a jewel, but I never knew Jonas had this Michigan connection, because I consider myself not a Virginian, but Michigander, because the first place I saw here in the US is Michigan, and then I was baptized by snow December 29, if you know what I mean. So congratulations to the parents to have such a community that cares about you, wants to basically shape the future. 70 years from now, 8 years from now, you'd remember the care and the attention your parents are giving for you. So just like we were recognizing parents, I want to also add my voice for such parents that are caring, because all what parents, as parents, we care is our children to be successful. Sometimes we might be obnoxious, sometimes we might be loud, but all what we want is for you to have a brighter future that is smooth, so that you don't regret it. I don't know how many of you speak Tigrinya, but we have in Tigrinya a saying. I cannot avoid speaking Tigrinya. I'll make an apology once I finish this thought. But we say, Sinnet Edai. A use is basically a debt. Mistakes you make as a use, you live to pay it. So if a student fumbles his or her studies in grade 9, term 10, term 11, senior in high school, up to senior in college, you have to pay for it because those mistakes. So we all make mistakes, but we have to work hard to learn from those mistakes. Otherwise, it follows us all our lives. So I'm not good at telling jokes. Mathematicians, we don't tell jokes, we are too serious. But I heard one story that had stayed with me for over 40 years. At the Garden of Eden, for those of you who understand what the Garden of Eden is, when God came to talk to Adam and Eve, he was talking to them in German. This is a European joke, so the Europeans would give themselves all the credits for one thing or another. So God was talking to human beings in German. Are you still with me? When Adam and Eve were talking to each other, they had to choose a romantic language. And what better language than Spanish? So they were talking in Spanish. We'll skip French, Italian, they have their own shortcomings. But there's a story about a serpent, a snake, that deceived the first parents in this world and was speaking to them in English. Now you got the joke, right? So I have to apologize for speaking English because English is my third, fourth language for me. I have lived here 35 years to this very day. You could see my accent is still fresh in Asmara. So my apology for speaking with this heavy Eritrean accent. I resist to change my accent because I don't want to abandon my identity. So let someone take that excuse to say, where are you from? That gives me a chance to talk to them about Eritrea. So what I want to talk today is about success that is anchored in your own identity. Anchor, as we all know, is a heavy metal that ships throw into water so that they don't shake, they don't move. In heavy storm, to stay put, they throw an anchor. We all want you to be successful, but we want your success to be anchored in your own skin, in your own identity. So I'll give you several quotations that are out there in the internet. They are not my own. We'll try to make something. So I'll talk about food. We all love food, right? We'll talk about gems, jewelry, and other stuff. But let me start as an icebreaker. If you have an Eritrean name, first name, if anyone could raise their hands, tell me what their name is and what it means. Anyone, if you have an Eritrean name. Bible names or Quran names, we'll leave them aside for the moment, with all due respect. But if you have a Tigrinya name and you have asked your parents what your name means, if you could raise your hand and share it with us, what it means. Any volunteer. Come on. Fiore doesn't concern you.
What is the person name? Amena?
Amena? Come on. Tell me what it means, Amena. Too much. So too much of a good thing particularly is good, right? Wonderful names. Amena. Who else? What is Timnit? That's another nice name. Timnit? Wish. Good wish. Right? Love it, right? Okay. So we have Amena. We have, is there a Sinit? I know there's a Tasfai. What is it? What does it mean? Hope. Why am I taking these names? Be it your last name or your first name, it's part of your identity. When your parents call you Timnit, Amena, Sinit, Tesfai, or some other names, it's for a purpose. It has a meaning. Do not let anyone mess with that name. Don't make Timnit Tim. It will give totally different name, right? So the first thing we have to be careful is our names have meanings. Sometimes deep history behind them. Sometimes like Timnit and Amena, good wishes. So if it's Tesfai, do not tell anyone call it Tes. They are used to this kind of things. Oh, I cannot say your name. May I call you? My students come and say, Gideon, what's hard about Gideon? Can I call you Dr. G? No. My mother didn't call me G. She didn't even know the letter G. So you have no right to call me G. Call me Gideon. Follow me? So we are talking about identity. Our names are the first signature of our identity. Do not let anyone mess with them. If they are going to make us pronounce German names, Polish names, Anglo-Saxon names, why should I compromise on my own name? Because it tells a story. It gives me a chance, what they call to witness why my name was given. So we'll have to start with that. Who could read for me? With the screen, sorry. It happens. Technology, this is what it does. In class, you have to be patient. yeah? Zara.
No, it's the HDMI. Is that in the right place?
The HDMI is connected.
Or from the TV?
Sorry, how- That's yeah. All right. I wanted to be interactive. Who could read for me this quotation? Anyone? Come on. Okay.
It says, don't change so people like you. Be yourself and the right people will love you the real you.
So don't worry about
Don't
what
worry
people
about-
would say.
Yeah, like, if you act like yourself, you'll like attract the people that are like right for you.
Absolutely. So if we link that with that name business, I shouldn't change my name so that people would have easy time. I should worry about what the meaning of my name is. So if I'm Amana happy, I should never change the Amana. If I have a good wish to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, why should I change my Timnit to something so that some person, some teacher, some advisor will be happy? So this is what, look, tell me where this map is from. Everybody knows this, right? If I ask you where is Eritrea, can you summarize it for me in one sentence to someone who have no idea about geography, but a little bit about the oceans, the sea? How would you describe Eritrea for people? Anyone? If you are this quiet, then what would happen when I bring mathematics? Are you shy or am I that intimidating?
Pick anyone.
Go ahead. Okay, in the coast of East Africa, above Ethiopia, great. If we are going to give them a reference point using a sea, how would you describe it? Bordering the Red Sea, excellent. So each one of us, it's part of identity, like our names. We should really know where our parents, grandparents come from. And this is really essential. When you get a chance, I want you to check with your parents and see this American Lives. Probably 15 years ago, there was a Harvard professor, Henry Louis Gates, was conducting. Unfortunately, most African Americans, on whose effort and work all of us are enjoying equal access to education and other things, majority of them came as slaves. Some of them going all the way to 1619 through Jamestown, not far from where I live in Richmond, Virginia. So if you want to trace your ancestry, the best you could go is all the way to the end of the Civil War. After that, if you want to find a great-great-grandfather, you have to check either with a list of commodities or animals, how inheritance was possible. For us, on the other hand, we have a place where we don't need the percentage of DNA to tell where we are from. This country, whose map you see, Eritrea, to come into a sovereign nation, a lot of blood, a lot of sacrifice has been paid. So that's part of our identity. We should never compromise so that someone doesn't know Eritrea, so I should call myself Kenyan, Ethiopian, Sudanese. No. Because your great-grandparents, great-uncles have passed away to make it a reality. So besides our names, where we come from is essential, because I need the next stuff to recognize, and I'm always obsessed about this, is to know our flag. Because knowing your flag, what it stands for, is part of an identity. So I want you to pay attention. I'm going to show you 6 different flags. And I want you to pick the correct flag. Of course, some of you could cheat. Which one is the correct flag? You could say first row or second row, second column, first column. So pay attention to all of them. If you Google Eritrean flag, you will see all the 6 plus more. So which one is the correct flag? At the back. Yes. So you are not sure, right? I would not ask your parents. I don't want to embarrass them because the majority of the population tends to confuse it. Yes.
Is it middle right?
The middle right? Why?
Because the leaf, the tree branch, it looks like the original one. That's the original flag.
So you were cheating. Good, good. No, that's smartness. He's right. The second column, the middle one, where there is also an arrow pointing to it. I gave you a hint, you didn't take it, right? But excellent answer. Let's look into it. First of all, you have to focus on that raise at the center. If you look at that official flag, it's almost a perfect circle when you look at those left and right branches. Secondly, count them so that they would be 30 of them. I didn't say 29, I didn't say 28, 30. Why do you think it's 30? That's why the War of Independence lasted 30 years from 1961 to. So every leaf, if you count those leaves in here, 15 on this side, 15 on that side, you would exactly get 30. So you don't want to make it 29. We didn't fight for 29 years. You don't want it to make it 32. We didn't fight for 32 years. So make sure that you know this flag. Why didn't I put a no on the other flag? From 1993 to 1995, the one on the top left corner was the official flag. The one we use now, official, is a modification that came in 1995. So for historical purposes, we need to be correct about it. Historically, this is how it came. From 1952 to 1962, Eritrea was federated with Ethiopia. That blue flag was the flag for that federation. Then when the EPLF was fighting for Eritrea's independence, the flag with the star was used as insignia. We call it arma for the EPLF. At independence, the two merged, giving meaning and different sort of shape, very nice symmetric shape. So when your parents or someone else gives you merchandise, pay attention to them so that you don't wear a t-shirt, a mug, anything that does not have the correct flag. If you look at this two merchandise on the left column, that cultural dress has the wrong design. The one that says Eritrea has the wrong design. Normally when people give me this kind of gift, I take them, fold them nicely, put them away. I would not wear them because I would be giving the wrong meaning for the flag. Same thing happens in here. That